Hi guys. Hey guys, so it's Toon Hunter, and today I just wanted to do just a bit of a little video because I am freaking bored and have no ideas. So today I decided to show my gaming collection. And before we get this video started, I just want to let you know, no, phone is not gonna count as a gaming or part of his gaming collection. I understand people are like mobile gamers and stuff like that, and like I respect that, but like it really isn't a gaming device. So I still respect that, but you know, just anywho, enough of me sounding like an idiot or whatever. Let's just get this started. And before I start, I will include some accessories to the systems and all that, but like stuff that doesn't go to the systems, like this NES wallet that I have, stuff like this is not going to count because, well, even though they're like designed like a gaming controller or whatever, they're not, just not. So anyway, let's just get this started. To do handhelds, and what better way to start with the latest handheld, the new Nintendo 3DS XL. So this is mine, and it's a golden Legend of Zelda design, which I really like. There's the inside, I really like it, and I like to have it with this green kind of Zelda design. It looks a little better, so you just plop that piece on, plop this one on, and then I guess you just did it to protect it from scratches and stuff like that. So this is it. And then for it, I have this case, which is a Hylian shield, and we'll go ahead and look at the games. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, this pouch right here is for putting the DS in it, which is really nice. The only thing that's not nice about it is that it leaves dust on it, so I constantly have to clean it off sometimes. But that's completely fine. Now let's see what all the games we have. We have a Master Sword Stylus. I'm a huge Zelda fan, in case some of you didn't know. So let's see. Pouch 1 we have Tomodachi Life and Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Pouch 2 we have Zelda Triforce Heroes and Animal Crossing New Leaf. Pouch 3 we have Super Mario 64 DS and Transformers Dark of the Moon Decepticons. Pouch 4 we have Zelda Link Between Worlds and Mario Luigi Dream Team. Pouch 5 we have Minecraft New 3DS Edition and Miitopia. And in Pouch 6 we have Smash Brothers for 3DS and Sonic Classic Collection. And that's pretty much everything I have 3DS related. And again, this is the system, which I absolutely love. Might as well turn it on just to show you how it looks. See my reflection. Yeah, I have a Animal Crossing theme on it. Thanks to Club Nintendo for it. Or at least my Nintendo. And so yeah. So that is my new 3DS XL. Really solid handheld. Recommend to anyone. My next handheld is the AtGames Sega Genesis portable game player. Which, if you don't recognize it, it's this thing. Probably see it like Target or something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, even though this thing kinda sucks, it's really solid. It feels like a blob of plastic, so it feels cheap. But overall, I really enjoyed this thing. And it has a SD card slot, so if you want to add more games to it, then you can. Which I, in fact, do. I have like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Lion King, and some of those other ones. There's your headphone jack. You got a AV cable up here, which just looks like another headphone jack. The charging thing and the volume slider thing. So we'll turn this thing on. It has a really nice backlit screen, I'm not gonna lie. And you got all these games, which unfortunately, the only problem I have with the games is that they sound nothing like the originals. Except for that. That's the only thing that sounds right. Yeah, see, that sounds nothing like the original. And sometimes the speaker is really bad. Like, yeah, that doesn't really sound right. Anyway, so that is the Sega Genesis portable game player. I really like it. It's really nice. Kind of wish it's almost like having a Sega Nomad, but like slimmer and stuff like that. Like removing the cartridge slot. Thank you, PSP Go. And you know what? Speaking of PSP Go, I have the 3001 model of the PSP. This is pretty much a slimmer version of the original, and it's really solid. I really like it. It feels really comfortable in the hands. The buttons feel really responsive, so is the analog stick, which when I first played on a PSP I thought this was the speaker, so I'm like, why am I moving the speaker? Yeah. And this time you have to manually open the disk drive instead of having like a button or something that would open it up, which I honestly really liked. You just push the switch and then pow, just like that. And what better way than to show off the games again, which, as we all know, are kind of weird. They're UMD discs that make you just think, why? Which, honestly, I'm a fan of it. I mean, yeah, it's weird, but honestly, it's nice to experiment with, and it's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a good thing they fixed it on the Vita with the game cards like Nintendo did. So we'll boot her up. You have to appreciate that intro sound. It sounds really lovely. Anyway, so here it is. It sounds really nice. I unfortunately found the memory sticks in my dad's car for some reason, because I'm that idiot who transferred some of the copied the save data to my computer, and then I decided not to put it back in the system after doing so. So yeah, I'm an idiot there. And there's already a problem with it. It's inserting a disc and then it just refuses to. Like, you don't see the disc reading symbol, so it doesn't want to read it. As a matter of fact, this thing does support cameras, which I actually have right here. I have the PSP camera. I think it was called the PSP-I or something. I don't know. I just call it the camera for PSP or whatever. So we'll go ahead and screw this on. Alright, there we go. Now let's go in. Yes, I know. And the PSP's camera is not very well, as you can see. So we're in video mode, or no, photo mode. Now we'll go to movie mode. And it's a little smoother, but if I had my memory stick, I'd probably show you a clip I made a while back, but I'd rather not because the quality is really bad, so. Anywho, that is my PSP. As I just said, it's the 3001 model, so it's like slimmer and much easier to use. This is literally the only GameCube thing I have related, Star Fox Assault. And yeah, I don't have like a memory card or a controller, which if I did, I could probably just play it on something else. Like, I don't have a GameCube, but this is all I have GameCube related, so yeah, again, I thought the GameCube had the tiniest discs, but guess not. And now the last thing I only have handheld related are 3 Game Boy cartridges. This is Zelda Link's Awakening for the original Game Boy. I still have these because I used to own a Game Boy Advance, but now I don't anymore, so. Which, I'm probably going to get a Game Boy Color soon, if we can get to Bookman's, because they sell those for pretty cheap. Anyway, back to the topic. This is Zelda Link's Awakening for the original Game Boy, and I really like it. It's a really solid game. World Championship Poker for the Game Boy Advance, which I never really played, because I'm not a huge poker fan. And a bootlegged Zelda Minish Cap game for the Game Boy Advance. You can definitely see how it's a bootleg. How is it a bootleg, obviously? Well, I could go all day, but I'm not going to have this video be like 30 minutes long and then people are not going to watch it, so. But anyway, these are my Game Boy games, so it's pretty much all I got. Like I just said, probably buy a Game Boy Color in just a couple of days. Alright,
Taryn Hunter, why don't you just buy a Game Boy Advance SP because it'll play all of them and you get the backlit screen.
Well, I definitely would buy the SP since that's like my favorite version of the Game Boy Advance, but it's too expensive and the Game Boy Color is cheaper, so yeah. Okay, so enough of the blabbering already, so let's get on with home consoles. And what better way than to do Space Invaders. This is one of those plug-and-play consoles you would see at like Target or something. And like I just said, this is Space Invaders. You got your arcade joystick, 2 buttons which both of them fire, so like why not just have 1 button. And there's a start button because it'll start the game obviously. And it runs on 3 AA batteries, and that's the on and off switch, and it'll give you a light indicating it's on. And I really enjoy it. I rarely play it much, but if I do, I still have pretty fun time with it. I feel like I'm playing Space Invaders in the arcade, so. So, next up, I unfortunately can't show it off right now, but it's the PlayStation 2, and I'll only talk about, like, what it looks like, because I have no freaking clue where it is. But it was pretty much the slimline version, and it was silver, and I honestly really loved it, because PS2 is my favorite console of all time, and I really hope I find it. However, what I can find is that my games and accessories for it. So first off is the controller, which is a really nice controller. Even though the GameCube controller is my favorite controller ever, I still really love the PS2 controller. I mean, it's really comfortable. You can reach their buttons and analog sticks really nicely, and yeah. As you can see, this is not an official Sony PS2 controller, but I think it's really nice. So next up, we'll just show off some of the games. The first game I got for PS2 was Transformers the Game, and this weird SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePants game. Yeah, that's a cheesy title. But yeah, and special one about this Transformers game is that it was sent to Bookman's on my birthday. That's funny. But the real thing is because some of the cases had memory card holders. So, place to put my memory cards. And here's mine, which is the only one I got. It's a red one, which I really like. And yeah, it's pretty much the simple PS2 memory card. And like I just said, I just put them in a case because they got memory card holders. And then the last 2 PS2 games I got, which I still need to get more, I know. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is the one I mostly played on. It's because it's a really great game. This does not have the memory card holder, but oh well. And then the other one is God of War, which is a really, really great game. It reminds me a lot about Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. Like something like that. Maybe like in the early Greek mythology or whatever. This one does in fact have the memory card holder, but I mostly put in the Transformers one. I really do recommend God of War, so any of you guys got a PS2, PS3, or whatever, I recommend this game so much. Okay, now we're getting on to Nintendo consoles, which I'm gonna have to rotate the camera for, which as you can see is the Wii and Wii U. We're gonna talk about the Wii first, so let's get into that. So before we get on to the Wii, let's talk about the controller, the Wiimote. And I need to charge this thing or replace the battery. Oh well. So here's the Wiimote, which, yeah, at the time is like, why? But honestly, it was fine because motion control and stuff like that. It's just a new way to change up the game. And what better way to change it up with the nunchuck. So you connect it here onto the bottom. And yeah, it's like adding more shoulder buttons and an analog stick in your Wii experience. And it's not a bad idea. Feels really comfortable and just really nice. And if you ever go into a shooter game, then you could do the Wii Zapper, which I heard didn't really sell well. But honestly, after a while, I actually enjoyed it. I played, what was it, Link's Crossbow Training, and this thing, it was really nice. And the way you activate is you put your Wiimote into here, just insert it, it locks it into place. Then you put your nunchuck on the bottom. You have to get this latch open first. Honestly, you don't have to, but you know. Then you just put it in here, close the latch, and there you go. So, and probably my favorite controller for the Wii is the classic controller. And the specific one I have is the Classic Controller Pro, not the one that looks like a bar of soap. This one changed it a bit because it has grips, so you can play it comfortably. And the ZL and ZR buttons are not little teeny tiny buttons here, they're now biggies right here. And the way you use it is pretty much the same as the nunchuck, so you just connect it to a Wiimote and then just keep using this. So anywho, let's get on to the main attraction to this part, the Wii itself. So mine's pretty much the standard one that it was sold with. I think I was like 6 or something when I bought this, and this is actually my first ever gaming system. The Wii was my first gaming system, and honestly, if it wasn't for the Wii, I'd probably be dead to this day. So, and it pretty much, it had some advantages over stuff like the PS3 and Xbox 360, but like it didn't support Blu-ray, and it only had like HD DVD, I think it was. But my favorite thing is probably GameCube backwards compatibility. So you see, you have 4 controller ports, your memory cards, and some ports that just wasn't great, like AV cables. Really, no HDMI, like Sony and Microsoft did that. But overall, it's fine. And yeah, so there's the Wii. Now let's get on to the console, my last one that fortunately a lot of people don't, still to this day, don't know. The Nintendo Wii U. This is a really great console. Yes, I know, it failed and all that, but really, the Wii U is a really great console. You gotta admit that. It's pretty upgraded by the original Wii. It uses Blu-ray discs, finally uses HDMI, uses backwards compatibility with the Wii. This thing is really great, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I know, it was very underpowered, but I don't care. The Wii U is great, you gotta respect that. And the other way the Wii U is great is because of the freaking controller. Yes, this thing is huge, and it's a tablet or whatever with controls on it, but I don't care. This is a really interesting idea. So, yeah. I mean, just look at the gamepad. It looks really nice. You could control your TV with it. I don't know, use the gamepad as if somebody wants to watch TV or something, you know. This was just a great idea. I don't care that the Wii U failed and is really bad. I love it. And the only other accessory I have for the Wii U is the Pro Controller, which is really comfortable, not gonna lie. Much more comfortable than the Wii U, or original Wii Pro Controller, but, you know, I still tend to use the gamepad a lot because, well, it's the main controller and stuff. And again, I really enjoy this thing, so any of you that probably hate me for liking the Wii U, I don't care, because the Wii is awesome. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for this video. That is my entire gaming collection. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what your favorite video game system ever is. Mine being the PS2. Anywho, that's going to be it. So, bye-bye.